Now let's talk a little about Mousavi, the opposition leader, who he was. He was already the leader of Iran. Talk about his significance at that time, what he represents, if he would represent something different. And of course, that's different after the protests than if he was just elected straight out.
Sure. Hossein Mousavi was the prime minister of Iran during the very important periods of the Iran-Iraq war. And he was seen by many to have led internally the country in a way that he protected people's interests at a time of war. And he's very popular for that reason. He instituted all forms of social service networks. The welfare state, in many ways, that Iran has today, he's credited for it.
And it was a war during which the American administration at the time backed Iraq.
Absolutely, it was a popular war. Iranians thought it was a war that people supported inside Iran that was seen as we are fighting against imperialism that wants to overthrow our regime. And Hossein Mousavi was the head of the state at that time. He went out of politics after the end of the war. After '89, he stepped out and he continued to be head of various organizations inside Iran. He's an artist, he's an architect, and he still carried out his personal life until this year. He's been talked about running in the previous couple of elections, but he never did. And he was tapped to run again, and many think that it was Rafsanjani who tapped him, understanding that he's popular, that because he's been outside of Iranian politics, he's unsullied by the past 20 years of corruption.
Although he was also repressive during his time.
He, at the end of his term, and when the war ended, there was a bout of killings where as much as 5,000 dissidents who had been in jail were killed, and he was the prime minister when that happened. So he was responsible for that. And